The meaning and acceptance in society of tattoos has greatly changed from when it was first created to today. Research has shown that the practice of tattooing has been going on since the Bronze Age in areas such as ancient Greece, Persia, Egypt, Asia, and the Americas. During the Middle Ages, however, a very Christianized Europe banned the practice because of its meaning in the Old Testament. The practice reemerged during the era of voyages and discovery among sailors, and again during the Victorian era in armies. There is no known fact as to how the practice of tattooing came to America, but researchers believed it happened when the first European settlers arrived and saw the tattoos on the Native Americans. The settlers thought tattoos were barbaric because they were worn by them. By the Civil War, however, tattoos were seen all over the battlefield because it was a strong sign of patriotism and loyalty. The earliest recorded practice of tattooing on human bodies goes back 5,200 years, based on the 1991 discovery of the Iceman. He was found to have dots and small crosses tattooed on random areas of his body. His culture believed that tattooing these symbols on his body could help alleviate body pain. The earliest tattooing tools included a needle connected to a wooden handle and, in some cultures, a bone chisel. 7 needles needed to be tied together at one time to perform the tattooing process. In the other cultures, the bone chisels cut designs in the skin, then different colored soot would fill the cuts and become permanent when it healed over. Tattooing in ancient Egypt was primarily a female custom. Their tattoos identified them as royalty or as prostitutes. Certain tattoos were believed to protect women against STDs, while others were used to aid in pregnancy and childbirth. A net-like tattoo symbolized protective covering on the stomach, and the deity Bes on the thigh helped with labor. Tattoos mainly consisted of dotted lines, diamond patterns, and the god Bes. The Scythians and Thracians used tattooing to represent nobility. Therefore, not bearing any automatically meant you were of lower class stature. The Maori tattooed their faces with specific information about their status, ancestry, and abilities because it was believed to be the most important part of the body. Warriors were given different markings each time they completed an obstacle, which also made them more attractive to the women of their culture. Women tattooed around the mouth and chin, believing it would prevent wrinkles and make them look younger. Numerous cultures, like the Pazyryk of Russia and ancient Japanese culture, believed tattooing certain animals on them would have spiritual or magical effects. The practice of tattooing in America didn't become accepted into society until the 1900s, and even then the tattooed people were only seen as freaks in the carnivals and circuses. Common tattoos during the time were hearts, women, birds, crosses, and Betty Boop. In some early cultures, tattoos were only used negatively. Ancient Romans tattooed criminals to show society all of the bad deeds they had done. This practice was also used by Australia and Russia for quite some time. In America, tattoos were only worn by bikers, sailors, criminals, punks, and circus people up until the 1960s. When the 70s rolled around, however, groups such as the New Age, ecology, feminism, and middle-class men began engaging in the practice of tattooing. The practice of tattooing has come a long way from when it was first established to now. It has gone from being sacred in certain cultures to criminal only to today, a very popular fashion. They are so common these days that they are close to becoming a part of the social norm. Today, people from all backgrounds, beliefs, and social stature can be seen with a form of art tattooed on some part of their body. This practice has become more and more popular because of society's need to find a way to individually portray their lifestyle and or beautify their bodies. The world of tattooing has divided its customers into 3 categories: the fashion and aesthetic, the committed but concealed, and the committed collectors. The fashion and aesthetic category is for people who get tattoos just to have them. Most of them have peers who have already had tattoos. Oftentimes, these people don't give a second thought to the deeper meaning of the tattoo. The committed but concealed category is for people who are actually part of the tattoo community in that they are almost completely covered in tattoos. Their tattoos, however, can still be covered if need be. Many of their tattoos have a special. The last category, the committed collectors, have made a career of getting tattoos in that they are literally everywhere on their body. Some of these tattoos may be just art, but others may tie to a personal history. Tattooing today is mainly popular with the younger crowd. This is largely due to the media portraying their idols and other celebrities with many tattoos. Society has deemed this somewhat okay, but still looks down on the average tattooed person as a delinquent. This is the main reason why people get their tattoos in hidden places. A recent poll revealed 25% of Americans have at least one tattoo. Today, there is no longer a certain culture associated with tattoos. The media has created different tattoo shows to give people with and without tattoos a behind-the-scenes look into the tattoo world. In doing so, the media is getting society to become more accepting of the practice and growing trend. Because in an ever-changing world like today, tattoos are a permanent reminder of one's true identity.